Rev up your engines! Okay, today we got a Nissan Titan pickup truck, and I'm going to tell you what went wrong with the Nissan Titan pickup truck. And it's probably not what you might think. Yes, it's 2018, which is long after Renault took over and started to destroy the reputation and quality of Nissan. They're actually relatively bulletproof vehicles, but they failed because people did not buy them. For instance, last year, 2022, they only sold 15,000 of these things. Now, Nissan tried various things, pretty much standard. It's got the V8 gasoline engine, which is a good engine. They tried diesels, but people just wouldn't buy the things. Now, I did have a customer that bought two of these things. He had a moving business with a gigantic trailer. It was big enough that his family lived in one of them when they went around the country moving stuff. And he owned two of them. And they both had 200,000 miles, and they ran perfectly fine. But he sold one of them because he didn't like the gas mileage. This particular one gets 19, 23 on a highway if he drives conservatively. Well, he thought 19, that's a lot of fuel. But in his case, he was getting like 12 because he was pulling a big trailer. You're going to get a lot worse gas mileage. So what did he do? He got rid of a Titan that ran perfectly fine, and he made the mistake of buying a GMC diesel that had the same mileage that his Nissan had on about 200,000 miles. And he found out that, yeah, the diesel got better gas mileage, but basically pissed 25 grand down the toilet as it started to fall apart. Now, the original owner didn't have any problems. It went almost 200,000 miles with hardly any problems at all. But he bought it with 200,000 miles. It started falling apart. I've seen these Nissan Titans with 500,000 miles on them, and they're still running down the road. They failed because people just didn't buy them. Nissan was very bad at marketing trucks. That wasn't their game plan. Even Toyota, they sell a fraction of the Tundras versus F-150s. And for some reason, this next year, they're going to stop making the Titans. Because, I mean, if you only sell 15,000 of them in a year, it doesn't make any sense. Go through all their production, you're only selling such a small amount of trucks. So, in reality, this one's got 165, doesn't burn oil. He hasn't done anything except change the battery, do brake pads and stuff. Hey, the transmission still shifts good. Now he hasn't had any problem with the four-wheel drive system on it. And you can see, it's a full-size bed truck. This is a serious work truck. This isn't one of those stupid show trucks. Like old Elon with his Tesla Cyber show truck that he still hasn't actually sold any to people, you know. He keeps saying it's coming, but it's not a work truck. It's a toy truck. It's like something Homer Simpson would have designed. So, start her up. Take a listen. Sounds totally normal. I can hear tiny bits of noise. These are notorious for having clicky fuel injectors. That's the fuel injectors just making noise. Doesn't seem to be misfiring. My computer will tell if it's actually misfiring, but I doubt if it is. They just are a little bit louder as they age because the injectors click a little bit. If it runs fine, who cares? You don't hear it when you're inside the car with the windows rolled up anyway. Now you can see it. All right, seat gets worn. People sit down hard. That's going to happen in any kind of truck. Now, since it's got the big old back, there's the back seat. This is for two people. It's a serious work truck. You can't fit a bunch of people in, but a two-seater with a giant bed is a serious work truck. Customer of mine that had two of them, he had a fifth wheel on the back of his so he could pull the big trailer when he moved people around. So they are serious work trucks, but they never fit in with the American dream like Ford and GM and Ram, and they do research of what do Americans want, how many cup holders do they want, and Nissan never really bought into that game, so they didn't sell like hotcakes. See, like any other modern truck, it's got all kinds of buttons for cruise control and your radio and your phone, cargo lamp, and it's electric. Four-wheel drive, you know, two-wheel, four high, four low, traction control. You can turn it off if you want to do burnouts. I mean, it's got everything that most trucks are going to have, and everything on it still works, except cheaply made gas flap. Now you can see it's just stamped metal. Yeah, they should have made it so it had some kind of a catch, and it really doesn't, so now it's sticking out. You can always bend it back, make a little catch if you want. It's no big deal. We do diagnostics. It's already read the VIN. We're going to do standalone. No sense memorizing it. There it is. Okay. Gasoline. And it knows it's a North American Titan A61 2018 gasoline. All right. And here we go with fault scan. Away we go. Now, You can see everything looks good. There is only one fault, and that's the air pressure monitor. Low pressure rear tire. Well, he already knows that. He's got a nail in his tire, so 166,415 miles. And the only thing wrong is it's got a nail in the tire. You can't blame the vehicle on that, right? So let's look at live data. It's going to get us to live data, and we'll do all signals. There'll be 8 billion of them. Freedom and weight. Battery voltage 14.16. That's normal. Remember, it's all color coded. Black is good. But we're going to analyze it all here. Base airflow is 4.24 grams per second. That's what you expect. Even tells you the AC pressure sensor voltage, fuel pressure, engine oil temperature, your exhaust timing, fuel injector millisecond firing. And check this, air fuel adjustment, bank 1 and bank 2, 0. Okay, this thing's pushing 200,000 miles. And it's doing no corrections to the air fuel ratio. It's still running perfect. I mean, like I say, there's nothing wrong with these trucks other than they didn't sell. The problem is they didn't follow every bitten crazy little thing that Americans wanted. Hey, the AC's blowing freezing cold. Everything still works fine on it, but they just didn't sell. It even tells you the temperature of the ECM. 2 different temperature sensors for the main computer. And it shows you if the snow mode's being used. The transmission can be set up to take off in the snow in second gear so you don't slip with too much torque in first gear. Information on the ABS brake system. It's all normal. Even use it to fix the active grille shutter. Now I do have to say it's an awful tiny camera for such a big truck. Yeah, you can see, but the new ones have bigger ones. So here we go down the road. It's a nice full-size truck. That's perfectly fine. But hey, he just told me it's got the original shocks and struts on it. Hey, you can't complain. Like I say, these things are well made. They just aren't going to make them anymore because they were not popular. No one to the left. No one to the right. Here we go. Now today there's someone behind us, so we can't come to a complete stop or they'll slam into us. So we'll just slow down a little and we'll give it the gas. Yes! It has acceleration. This is why I firmly believe in V8 engines. If you saw the video I made the other day with the brand new Toyota Tundra, it was a V6 twin turbo with hybrid boost electric motor. This thing blows it away. I don't care. It just does. It's not just the sound. It's brute acceleration. You get twin turbos. The boost doesn't do all that much on that big heavy truck. This has got a V8 engine. You step on the gas and look. It goes. See, this speedometer starts moving. It doesn't slowly creep up. Check it out. This thing idles smooth as silk. All that mileage, hey, that's what V8 engines do. You can barely feel it shift. They know how to make these rear-wheel drive transmissions. These are not the front-wheel drive ones that fall apart, and the Altimas and the Sentras and all of their little SUVs. These are big, heavy-duty automatic transmissions. Now realize, he just told me, he said probably over 40,000 of the miles on his car were towing. He's got a lawn business he tows. He's got a boat that he tows. To still get 19 miles a gallon, to not burn oil in the engine, that is a good pickup truck. So there you have it, an excellent pickup truck, but the Titans failed. They just didn't make the image that people wanted. Like I said, they tried diesels, and the diesels had Toyota Aisin transmissions, excellent transmissions. They were very reliable diesels. They just couldn't sell the things. They just did not know how to market them and put in the marketable little niceties that Americans have to have these days, right? Great for working, great for hauling, but it doesn't have all the bells and whistles. And especially with this one, it's only got 2 seats. And that's gonna knock out tons of people, especially younger people. Let's face the facts. Americans have ulterior reasons for what they buy. This didn't fill them, so they're not gonna be making them anymore. But if you want a nice, reliable truck, happy with 19 miles a gallon average and 22 on the highway, hey, you really can't go wrong with one of these things. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.